After years of legal controversy, Nigerian televangelist Pastor Timothy Omotoso has officially left South Africa, facing a 5-year re-entry ban imposed by the Department of Home Affairs. This development follows a contentious legal journey that began in 2017, when Omotoso was arrested on serious charges including human trafficking, rape, and racketeering. Omotoso, the leader of the Jesus Dominion International Church, became a polarizing figure in South Africa, with his trial drawing nationwide attention due to the gravity of the allegations and the young woman involved. The charges against him included grooming female congregants, many of them minors, for sexual exploitation under the guise of religious mentorship. However, on April 2, 2025, the Kebra High Court acquitted Omotoso and his co-accused, Lusenda Solani and Zukiswa Sitho. Judge Irma Showman ruled that the prosecution had failed to present sufficient evidence to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. The judgment criticized the state for its poor handling of key testimonies and legal missteps, particularly in how it conducted the cross-examinations and built its overall case. The outcome triggered widespread backlash from gender-based violence, GBV, advocacy groups and the public. Critics viewed the verdict as a serious setback for the fight against GBV in South Africa, a country already grappling with alarmingly high rates of such crimes. Many activists voiced concern that the judicial process had failed the survivors and may discourage other victims from coming forward. The National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, also came under intense scrutiny. National Director of Public Prosecutions Shamila Batohi requested a full report on the handling of the Omotoso case and announced an internal review. Calls have been made for reforms in the legal system, particularly in the prosecution of sexual offenses, to avoid similar outcomes in future high-profile cases. Political parties, most notably Action SA, called for Omotoso's immediate deportation following the verdict. They argued that even though he had been acquitted, the nature of the allegations made him unfit to continue residing or ministering in South Africa. Action SA said allowing him to remain in the country would send the wrong message to survivors of abuse and undermine national efforts to combat gender-based crimes. Despite the outcry, the Department of Home Affairs clarified that Omotoso had not been deported but had instead left voluntarily as his residency status was no longer valid. Upon his departure, immigration authorities issued a 5-year ban preventing his return. The department stated that this move was in line with the Immigration Act, which grants the government discretion to restrict entry to individuals deemed undesirable or whose presence is not conducive to the public good. The 5-year ban is expected to serve as a cooling-off period amid ongoing debates about the role of foreign religious leaders and accountability within religious institutions. It also raises questions about the long-term impact of the trial on Omotoso's ministry and public reputation. Although acquitted in a court of law, the public and media scrutiny surrounding Omotoso has not abated. The case has reignited conversations around the vulnerability of young women in charismatic religious settings and the urgent need for mechanisms that protect congregants from potential abuse. While Omotoso's departure and ban may bring a temporary close to one of South Africa's most watched legal dramas, the broader societal and institutional implications of the case are far from over. Legal experts, activists, and faith communities alike continue to grapple with the ramifications, pushing for stronger systems that deliver justice and restore faith in the legal process.
It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Just bambelela, bambelela. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Bambelela, bambelela. Nobody's here tonight.